Quarterfinals day here at the Kumamoto Masters, Japan, and just one more quarterfinals to come. It is men's doubles, and it's the 2021 World Champions, Hoki and Kobayashi, up against a new pair from China, Tang Qiang and Zhou. Well, as far as the men's doubles draw is concerned, the men's doubles, I can tell you, there was only 4 different flags next to the 8 pairs at quarterfinal stage, because there was 3 pairs from Japan, 3 from China, and then 1 from Chinese Taipei and 1 from Malaysia. It makes it the least diverse of all 5 disciplines, along with the mixed doubles discipline. So 2 Chinese pairs already through. Will it be all 3 Chinese pairs that come through? Or certainly the home fans will be hoping that the former world champions Takuro Hoki and Yugo Kobayashi make it to the semi-final stage tomorrow. So here come the players, led out by the former world champions, former world #1s, Takuro Hoki and Yugo Kobayashi. Well, this, unsurprisingly, will be a first meeting between these 2 pairs, because Tang Qiang and Zhou Hodong are only in their 5th tournament together. Only formed their partnership at the Arctic Open in Vantaa in Finland. And that just confirms what I've told you.
Contact the post. It's black, it's red, red, black. Last side. Who received? Zhou Hodong received. Hoki serve.
Well, that's quite extraordinary. The Chinese pair won the toss and have chosen to receive. So the left-handed player is Yugo Kobayashi. And he tends to be the rear court player, whereas this man, Takuro Hoki, loves to go forward as much as possible. He's 28 years of age, is Hoki, born in Yamaguchi, in the southwest tip of Honshu. Not the tallest of athletes, is he? I've actually got him down at 167, which is 5'4". But former world #1s, as I was telling you, 14 weeks from the end of September last year. They have been in 3 finals so far this year, but won 1 tournament, the Singapore Super 750. Yugo Kobayashi, the left-hander from Miyagi Prefecture on the east coast of Honshu. Also reached the final, not only winning Singapore, but in their home event, Japan Open and the Australian Open. And Japan and Australia were in consecutive weeks, so 2 finals at World Tour events in 2 weeks. Now, in the first round, they needed 3 games against Fernando and Martin from Indonesia. And then the winners last week at the Korea Masters beat Li Zhehui and Yang Po Xuan in 3 tight games. Well, as far as the Chinese pair are concerned, they did actually play 1 team match together when they were juniors. This is Tang Qiang, 25 years of age, from Jiangsu province. And their ranking, well, please don't pay much attention to that, 121. They've only had 4 tournaments count towards that world ranking, because, as I was telling you, this is only their 5th tournament together. Zhou Hodong, 25 years of age as well. He's from Zhejiang province on the east coast of China. A very slightly taller, about 5'10". And their matches, well, no problems in the first round, and then they played the European champions from Germany, Lamsfus and Zeidel needed 3 games there, having dropped the opening game. Now that's interesting. The back supports put on from Tang Qiang as we look at our court officials for this one. From China, Chinese Taipei, and from Indonesia.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Zhou Haodong and Tan Qiang, China. And on my left, Yuko Kobayashi and Takuro Hoki, Japan. Takuro Hoki to serve to Zhou Haodong. Level. Play.
So the former world champions, Takuro Hoki and Yugo Kobayashi, getting this quarterfinal underway. A left and right-handed combination. Who have not enjoyed the same sort of success over the last 12 months or so as they did when they won the World Championships. That was 2021, and they won 4 titles that year.
Service fault
service fault called on Hoki.
1-0.
So Tang Qiang, about to serve. Well, he's been in a World Championship final. And it happened to be the same World Championships when he was playing against his opponents of today. The World Championships in Huelva in 2021. But of course he was playing with a different partner, He Ting. Ooh, thought he might have touched that. Obviously not.
It's over. 2-0. Hey.
So Chris, just talk us through the qualities of the former world champions. What makes them such a good pair?
The thing for me is they're very solid. They've got one of the best defences in the world. They've been playing together for a very long time, so the cohesion, the understanding, they know exactly what their roles are. They complement each other well. I do think last few tournaments they maybe haven't quite found their best level. This is why this is so important for them. Match like this to kind of get back on track. They just haven't quite, and even if you look at the results in this tournament, fraction lucky, actually more than a fraction lucky to even win yesterday. Chinese Taipei pair, they had 2 chances of easy putaways that they missed, and it was 21-19 in the third. I do think they're better than the Chinese pair, but it's going to be interesting how the game actually unfolds. Kobayashi there, defensive shot before the one he missed. He's gone through the centre. The one here, you can't go through the centre when a net player's on balance, because then it's just the pressure. Hitting upwards to a net player on balance, they can do anything they want with the shuttle.
And what's your take and your theory on why the Chinese coaches split their 2 pairs? Because Tang Qiang had been playing with Ren Xiang Yu and Zhou Haodong had been playing with He Ting.
5-4.
Now, this is just a guess. I don't know if it appeared He Ting and Zhou Haodong, I don't know if they maybe weren't getting on. That is just what I could see visually with the body language, the communication. I could well be wrong. It could be that they didn't think the results were good enough, so they wanted to try different combinations. I don't think either pair really were doing as well as they had hoped. And, you know, all 4 pairs that China have at the elite level, excluding the younger pair that's coming through, they should all be top 20 in the world, and I don't think they were quite doing that, the other 2 pairs, so I think they just thought, change them around and see if it changes their level.
Well, both those previous partnerships, in fact, if you look at the world rankings now, those 2 previous partnerships are currently 18 and 15. So, but I agree with you, whilst they are top 20 pairs, they weren't progressing in the same way. And I think my take on it is that the Chinese coaches have said, well, neither of those pairs are going to qualify for the Olympics because we have 2 pairs, the current world #1s, Liang Weikeng and Wang Chang, plus you've got Liu Yuchen and Wu Xuanyi. Those are going to be the 2 pairs that they want to qualify for the Olympics, but of course they've both got to be in the top 8 in the world. So the 2 pairs they had perhaps weren't progressing, and so you might as well change it up because they're never going to qualify for the Olympics anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the other option they could have done, which would have been bold because they are still very young, is put them with even younger partners to try and bring on the younger players. But I would say that would have been tough to them because they're only 25. It's not like they're, you know, unlikely to improve. They still have time to improve. They still have a good chance to improve.
Oh, strings are gone. On Hoki's racket. He deliberately left that, hoping his partner could play it because he felt that with the broken strings that he tried to intersect. The shuttle might go anyway.
I was a bit surprised on that one when he did actually play that amazing brush off, that he didn't try and charge off the court straight away to change his racket. Kind of just going back to what I mean about the level of the Japanese at the moment. Things just aren't, they're just underperforming slightly even now. I think we're only at the very start of this match, but I don't think they're playing, well, definitely nowhere near the level when they became world champions and world #1, but the last 2 tournaments just haven't gone that way either. Danish Open, they lost to the really young Korean pair of Jin and Na, which was a bit of a surprise. French Open, they lost to Fikri and Milana.
Fikri and Milana, in all fairness, reached the final.
Pair. Yeah, they are a good pair, but still, styles-wise, I would say the Japanese, their normal style should suit playing them. And obviously they had to pull out in the Asian Games. From what I've heard, I think it was maybe Hoki was unwell. But it's just the last 3 tournaments haven't gone so well considering they're a world-class pair.
Nicely done.
8, 9.
Good shot there, and then just holding their base. Both the Japanese players high up the court, not concerned about the lift.
It's over. 10, 8.
Good placement, right in between the 2 players.
9, 10.
Obviously the cross-court player covers the middle, but it's not really middle. So it's really good accuracy.
So it is this new Chinese pairing that has the advantage at the mid-game interval. A 2-point advantage against the former world champions. So 11-9, the advantage for Tan Chiang and Zhou Hodong. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Yeah. Creative play
12-9.
from Tan Chiang.
That was a brilliant shot. Good interception, but comfortable interception.
The thing that concerned me, you know, when I looked at the entry lists for the European Tour of tournaments on the World Tour, and I noticed these two new Chinese pairs, and I thought, with this pair, especially Tan Chiang and Zhou Hodong, who's going to be the front court player, I thought? Because in their previous partnerships, they were both rear court players and the real workhorses within those previous partnerships. And that bothered me, but it seems to me that they've actually slotted in playing quite well together.
I would agree. I would agree. I would say when you look at them, neither one is naturally a net player. Neither one has, let's say, the control at the net and the finesse. But I would agree, and I would say if anyone's taking on, I would say Tan's taking it on more so.
Yes, I agree.
But when I watched them actually a little bit against the Germans, I would say Zhou, he did step up more than I'd seen in previous partnerships. So I think it's a bit more of, not a 50-50, but more of a, he understands he has to go to the net and they can both play in both roles. But if you look at some of their previous performances in their earlier tournaments, I would say they really did struggle to gel together. Some of their performances were not so good, whereas I've got to say in this tournament, except for their first game against the German pair where they didn't play very well, the next two sets against the Germans were pretty good. And this match, so far, they have been pretty good.
Well, considering they lost to the German combination in the first round of the Denmark Open, it just shows what improvement they've made in this very short period of time.
50.
It's the thing with a new partnership, it can sometimes take just a little bit of time to gel, to get that understanding. And sometimes as well, pairs on paper maybe don't gel or suit, but then in reality it kind of does happen.
Fast and furious rally. Yeah, and there's the drift coming into play.
16.
I would say at the moment Tan is by far the best player on court for me. Hasn't really made a mistake. He's been creative, as in he hasn't just done the same thing. He has moved the shuttle around quite well. I still don't feel the Japanese have settled. Too many mistakes. Normally the defense is so solid. The Japanese haven't really got on the attack. Hoki did incredibly well there because Tan was storming in and he had control because Hoki's hitting in an upward direction. We're going to see here, look, he's actually hitting down. So Hoki did incredible to survive that. And he just about hit it wide enough for Tan that he couldn't quite get on it. Right shot from Kobayashi, but just too wide. That's where the gap was. Wow.
That is fast.
And that's what I mean. He has played very, very well so far. And that was so sharp because that was almost behind him.
Well, I get the impression that these two Chinese players, both times when they were partnered with He Jiting, they were both considered not good enough for He Jiting.
I would agree. I would agree.
Because it seems to me that the coaches have been searching and searching for the right partner for her cheating. And there's no question, he is a wonderful player. Ooh.
Service over.
Now, why didn't they challenge that? Maybe it was clearly short. That looked awfully close to me.
It's almost like I think this pair here has a point to prove.
Yeah.
Great return. Hoki there read exactly where the serve was going. You can see here, reaches forward, takes it early, brushes over the top of it. Fantastic return.
Oh, it's good intersection by Hoki.
Yeah, also a good bit of variation, good flick, and then here steps across to intercept it, makes a move.
Error on the serve.
It's a good judgment there and well left.
Game point, 14.
So 6 game point opportunities for the unseeded pair against the number 6 seeds from Japan. That's a lovely shot from Kobayashi.
It's over. 15, 20.
Opening game, 21-15.
And Zhou 21-15.
Well, that is quite extraordinary. What a fast-paced game that Tan Chiang and Zhou Haodong played in number 1. And their reward, 21-15 against the former world champions.
Second game, level, play.
So 1 game to the good. Oh dear, that's another start to the second game though. Service error from Tan Chiang. Brilliant. Was a challenge here from
Hoki challenges.
Hoki.
Called in.
First challenge of this quarterfinal. Plum on the line.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 1-all. Play.
That to me was an emotional challenge because you know, after just one rally of a game, why would you risk a challenge?
Well, unless you're certain. I don't think he was in a position where he couldn't really see.
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand the challenge at all. That's a good serve. Zhou Haodong. Yeah. That's what they need to do more of, the Japanese pair.
Yeah, it's a good block, move forward. The wrong shot there from the Chinese. Zhou Haodong, he can't go flat in that situation. If you're that low, you've got to go high and start again. Reset.
That time the judgment was sound from Hoki.
I do think the Chinese have had a lot of success when they poked the return around Kobayashi's body like this. Like, obviously it got a net cord, so it was really good. But in the first game, I do think Kobayashi wasn't quite ready after he served. It's also integral that the Japanese are getting on the attack. First game, just didn't have the attack enough.
Hold on, get ready.
Oh, my goodness, that's a wonderful smash from Kobayashi.
It's a much better rally from the Japanese, putting the shuttle in front of the Chinese, so the Chinese have to lift. And then getting themselves in their favorite combination. Great block from Kobayashi.
Oh, it's just long.
Fortunate there.
That's a pity from Tang Jiang's perspective.
That was the wrong shot. Hoki shouldn't have blocked that. If he did, he just needs to push it into court a little bit more.
Yeah, nice.
It's over. 4-6.
Bit of a communication breakdown there with the Japanese, because Kobayashi was covering.
It's a good serve.
Yeah, he's got a, what's a chop serve, a spin serve, but a legal one.
It's over. 7-4.
Tan there is almost surprised that the shuttle came back. Chinese, almost every return's going in the center. They're just pushing either at the net player's body or at the returner's body. See the Chinese coach nearly jumping off his chair there, just telling him you need to put that in the sky and start again. You've got to lift it high. You can't go flat in that situation because your partner, which is Tan, he can't recover. Again, return just at the body.
6-8.
Japanese need to get ready for these returns. Everything's going central from the Chinese on the return. Hoki pushing, looking off the net, covering his forehand. They're splitting sides. Forcing the Chinese to play cross-court, which is the more adventurous, difficult shot to play. Again, another return from the Chinese, just down the centre.
7-9.
Oh, dear me.
8-9.
It's quite a good serve in an awkward position. So Kobayashi, when he's coming in there, he's got a bit sort of trapped.
Oh, yeah, challenge that. That looked wide to me. And there was a slight hesitation by the line judge.
This is incredibly close, this one.
Yeah, I thought it was wide.
Correction. Out.
Good challenge.
Great challenge, yeah, because that's continued the run.
All.
It's a back level.
Play.
9-all.
Good serve.
Oh, lucky net cord.
It's over. 10-9.
Say the Japanese have struggled a little bit with the Chinese serves, but I don't think the Chinese have been that adventurous as in. I don't think they've varied it a lot. It's been a simple serve, a very good serve, but a simple serve.
It's over. 10-all.
Tan Chiang with his attacking play.
Although.
Powerful smashes from the back of the courts.
Do you think the Japanese need to serve in different parts of the court? Because at the moment they're serving central, the Chinese are returning central, but the Chinese are having more success. They need to either serve out wide, serve short of the line, put a drive serve in or a flick serve. Just something a bit different to catch the Chinese off guard on the returns.
Good tumble serve again from Zhou Hodong. And it is the Japanese combination of Hoki and Kobayashi who have the advantage at the mid-game interval here in the second game. Just 1 point advantage. Hasn't been a lot of variation from the back of the court from the Chinese pair. Well, they've got through with their power play. And that's the problem with a new pair. Not altogether sure who goes for those ones down the centre. Yeah, that's the problem, as I see it, for the Chinese pair. I was mentioning just before the mid-game interval, everything is hit hard from the back of the court when they're trying to attack. And it's worked well in the opening game, but now they need some variation. And neither of the Chinese players, to me, is a natural front court player. There's power again. Power.
Yeah.
Power.
But no, I totally agree. It's very one-dimensional. Don't get me wrong, it is good. It is good, and in that rally, it was a great cut at the end. But if they had more variation, or better placement, you know, even a drop shot, a slice, a half smash, just something, it would unsettle the Japanese even more in their defense. In the first game, they didn't need to because it was quite comfortable with their attack. But this game, I'd definitely say the Japanese have defended a lot better. That shot there, Tan's just reaching. He just needs to take a fraction earlier step and a bigger step to get across, because if he had it done, he would have put him in a good position. He could have intercepted that. There we go. Even the drop shot, it just unsettles the defense because a player has to move forward and a player has to cover.
12-14.
If you only hit power, the two players aren't really moving.
Change the shuttle. Change the shuttle.
Well, they're reluctant to change the shuttle, but the umpire makes the decision when there's a discrepancy between the two pairs as to whether the shuttle should be changed or not. Oh, my goodness me. Zhou Haodong going for the drive serve. And it finds the net.
Could be why he didn't want to change the shuttle. Sometimes when you have a new shuttle, it's not as nice to serve with because it can be a bit slippery. Good interception there.
12.
Will stem from a good return of serve.
16.
It's the same situation, just push it to the body, looked off well. For me, Kobayashi doesn't do well enough with the third shot. Been there from the Chinese indecision. Tan, he's served and he's kind of gone for it, then he's pulled out last minute. He knows it's not his shot, but he can't even attempt to go for it because he confuses his partner.
Well, if it's the same hand signal as his partner, this is going to be a flick serve. No, it's not the same hand signal. It's interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. Nice.
And then the Chinese thought they won the rally because they shouted to almost celebrate, and all of a sudden the shuttle came back.
13.
This is what I mean about their defense. The Japanese, when they're on it, when they're switched on, when they're flowing, they do have one of the best defenses in the world. We didn't really see any of that in the first game.
3 points away from a third game. Power, power, power. Yeah.
And I mean, he is hitting it hard. He is,
14,
but
18.
if the Japanese can get better length on their defense to start with.
Hold on, sir.
Nice.
Sure. That's the thing. The soft shot was the one that almost troubled the Japanese because the Japanese can handle the pace. This is what the Chinese need to do. They need to play the softer shot to get the high lift, to make sure they're on the attack.
Missed it.
16,
Now this is where the Japanese pair could get a little edgy. Only 2 points in it. Oh, strings have gone.
He's got to get forward. His partner's got to let him, though. Come on.
Zhou did not know that his partner's strings had broken. How's that possible?
90, 60.
And I don't know yet. I mean, it was total chaos. Total chaos.
You go.
That's why it's so important to have good communication with your partner and a good understanding.
90, 60.
Oh, lucky net cord from Zhou.
70, 90.
The closer it gets towards the end of this second game, the less anyone's going to be happy lifting. It's going to be a bit of a battle of no lift, I think. Good shot. Very good there from Hoki. Great placement. He's just gone across Tan. Tan's come out in the forehand and he's placed it really well there.
Game point.
So game point opportunities. 3 of them, to be precise, for Hoki and Kobayashi to send this to a third and deciding game. One game all. 21-17 to Hoki and Kobayashi.
And you go Kobayashi. 21-17. 1 game all.
Only 36 minutes into the match and 2 games completed. And there's the change of pace from Hoki that was so effective. So 1 game all. Third and deciding game coming up in just a moment.
Final game. Level. Play.
Well, they held their nerve well in that second game, Hoki and Kobayashi, because they looked to be cruising at 18-13, and then it got awfully close. And I can't help but wonder, thinking back to our previous match where Victor Axelsen lost the opening game, and then he managed to come through a tight second game and then ran away with the third. Can't help but wonder, Chris, whether we might witness a similar thing here.
It's definitely possible. I mean, the start. I think that the Japanese, for me, they definitely settled more in the second game, and they showed why, you know, they have been world champions, and the level definitely improved from the Japanese.
Yeah.
It's just going to be now if the Chinese can raise their level once again. Wow, that was sharp.
Good rally. Nice. This rally of the match so far. Oh! Missed it. No, I think he was trying to do the right thing. He launched himself towards the net in an effort to play that kill. Hoki.
Just didn't quite move forward enough, but what a rally that was. I mean, the whole intensity, the speed, everything, it's gone dramatically up. That's what the final game's going to be like. It's going to be incredibly exciting.
Amazing. And again.
Oh, this is...
The defence there from Kobayashi. Absolutely superb.
Two great rallies there. If this continues like this, it's going to be such an exciting final game. I have no idea how Kobayashi got one of those back. Just going back to the point I made kind of just about the Japanese, they do have one of the best defences in the world, and we didn't see that in the first game, but in the start of this second game, start of this final game, third game, but even in the second game, they defended so much better. They got into their rhythm.
But I think they've been allowed to get into their rhythm because there hasn't been enough variation on the attacking play from the Chinese pair.
Yeah, and it's been the same thing almost over and over again. It's been good from the Chinese, but I would agree there's not enough variation to unsettle the Japanese in their defence.
Good return.
2, 3.
Chinese have put a lot of pressure on Kobayashi's serve.
That's clever. Another missed opportunity from Hoki.
It's over. 3, 4.
All broken strings, I suspect. Yes, indeed.
Quick. Quick. 3, 4.
It's gone wide.
4, all.
They're closing down the mid-court area exceptionally well, the Chinese players.
Here, this one here, Tan reads it, steps in, fully committed. Great shot. Kobayashi's backhand.
You go. Get ready.
Four straight points.
Change your shuttle. Change your shuttle. Hand chang. Follow my instruction. Change shuttle.
Charles Wang, our umpire from Chinese Taipei. Follow my instructions. Change the shuttle. Good umpiring.
Placement from Kobayashi on the drive, which then allowed him to set himself up to move forward and easy put away. String's gone.
Kobayashi's gone off, changed his racket, come back on. My goodness me. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. And they've won the rally. He came back on with his new racket and played the perfect forehand defence blocked shot to the net. Well, we've not seen it, but it was just extraordinary.
There we go.
Here we go. Watch him come on.
Look at calm, how calm and composed. I think he's found the right racket for him. Incredible, incredible rally. The referee's just getting called on here.
Is there an injury?
I think something, some kind of strapping or something.
Well, he certainly brought the medic with him.
I think it's Hao Dong. I'm not sure exactly what.
Zhou Hao Dong. Something about the knee. Well, it's becoming familiar that players just ask for some cold spray and it's just given to them. And as I was saying yesterday, my big concern is the welfare of the players. And I think a medic should actually be examining and determining what the problem is. I remember when Carolina Marin, in the final of the Indonesian Masters, did her ACL, first of all, and it was against Saina Nehwal. And she twisted her knee badly. She had some medical attention, carried on playing, and then it went completely. Now, if she had had an examination, a proper medical examination, maybe she could have stopped. Who knows? I mean, I'm speculating, but the point is that we need to look after our players. And if there's an injury, I would like to see the medical attendant examine, pull the knee, and assess what the knee problem is. You've had ACL surgery, I've had ACL surgery, and it bothers me that all we're doing is putting on cold spray, which is hiding a problem.
Yeah.
Or masking a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think cold spray personally, I don't think it does anything, but I think it's such a tough one because we want them to assess it, because I think they should, but then there's the time constraint. Defense again.
Well,
7.
to counter that, Chris, I think that the medical examination in tennis, I think that works reasonably well. And if after examination it's determined that there really isn't an injury, then there should be a penalty for the player. If it's been done to for any other reason.
To delay play, yeah.
Yeah. There's quite clear rules about delaying play.
It's over. 7-all.
Anyway, let's not dwell on that because this is a fabulous men's doubles. Brilliant placement of the smash towards the right hip of Zhou.
It's that one there for me, Tan. He didn't have to relift that to his side because we watch here, Kobayashi, on balance, short lift. We've seen how devastating Kobayashi is overhead. Can't do a short lift and give him time.
It's all got very fast and furious.
9-7.
Great pressure there from the Japanese as the pair working together, covering and just keeping the attack, just keeping the pressure on the Chinese until the Chinese then play the wrong shot or a loose shot.
He's not been as sharp as we've seen him in the past at the net today. Takuro Hoki. Normally, very, very consistent and good front court player. Made 1 or 2 errors today, uncharacteristic of him.
Players, get ready quicker.
I think we can safely say Takuro Hoki read that one. And it means that the number 6 seeds from Japan, Hoki and Kobayashi, have a 3-point advantage as they change ends in this third and deciding game. The assistant Japanese coach, Keigo Sonoda, who's from Kumamoto.
11-8.
World Championship silver medalist in the men's doubles.
Chinese tried to go over, but just short lift, and what incredible placement. Kobayashi, middle of the trams.
Yeah. No, that's good play from Tan Chiang.
9.
And that's what we saw more of in the first game, Tan trying to take control and charge of that partnership. Really
nice.
good.
10.
Played that
12.
drive with a backhand grip.
Fantastic counter from Tan there.
Don't believe it. Ah, incredible. Absolutely incredible. There's no lack of effort, that's for sure.
Almost looks like Hoki's possibly winded himself. Those two big dives.
There wants the doctor, I think you're right, yeah. This is a little concerning. I hope he hasn't cracked a rib. Now, cold spray won't help here.
He's really struggling to breathe.
He was badly winded.
Okay. Uncourt. Left, uncourt.
So 1 point in it.
Okay, receive. 11, 12. Play.
Unfortunate time for the string to go then. Kobayashi was in a good position.
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Chris. There has never been home winners in the men's doubles discipline in any Super Series, Grand Prix Gold or World Tour events. So no Japanese pair has ever won a men's doubles title at this sort of level on home soil.
It's a big surprise because they've had so many good pairs.
Yeah, there you go. I knew you'd think that was a fun fact. Good rally. Yeah. Well, Tan Chiang is definitely the player within the Chinese partnership that's going to try and take control of the front of the court.
was absolutely everywhere in that rally.
So 5 straight points to go into the lead.
Play.
Despite there being 3 home pairs in the quarterfinal stage here today of the men's doubles discipline, this is Japan's last hope of rectifying that statistic that I've just given you.
It's over. 14-13.
Pushed it wide.
15,
And the wheels have somewhat
13.
come off the Japanese pair.
Hold on. Wait the line call before you shut up.
12-8 up they were.
For me, the Chinese are so much better when they do bring some, you know, some variation in some soft shots. And there it was just a fade.
7 of the last 8 points to the Chinese pair, and that one's gone wide.
The Chinese are very good in the flat game. When they bring in power, they are good, but I do think sometimes they overdo it. And everything is just with power and pace. It's that return again that has been really effective for the Chinese, and I think Kobayashi struggled with just that controlled shot at his body. The Chinese have been very good when they've been returning Kobayashi's serve.
Yeah, but as you pointed out, he hasn't varied it enough. They wouldn't be able to play that if he wasn't serving to the tee.
Exactly.
Nice little hold and flick from the, or hold and push, I should say, from the left-hander.
It's also here. Yeah, Kobayashi just stepping in, taking it early, making that move forward. Correctly predicting that they're going to play a shot in front of them, stepping forward.
Well, this third and deciding game has lasted almost as long as the first 2 games combined.
I'd definitely say this has been the most entertaining and the highest level played.
Oh, definitely.
15-16. It's over.
So even there, the pressure that the Chinese are putting on the return of serve is integral that the Japanese do mix it up. It's not a bad serve. Its hands on that so early.
Nice. My goodness me, that's one of the first times that Chiang has gone for the angle rather than the power. And how effective was that? Can you believe it?
And that was a fantastic overall rally from Tan. The first 4 or 5 shots of the rally, controlled it, played the soft shot, got his part of the attack. And then, as you said, the put away.
10
Brilliant.
of the last 13 points to the Chinese combination. Two points away from the semi-final. What would be a first ever semi-final within this new Chinese partnership. Absolutely imperative. I think that the Japanese pair had a good little run, but it is Kobayashi to serve. And will he vary it from serving to the tee? Because they've been doing a straight little push and he hasn't really been able to deal with it.
Play.
No, back to the same place. Oh my goodness, don't believe it. That is sensational from the Chinese pair, especially Zhou Dong.
To be honest, I think it was both of them, because the one before Tan got back, he did incredibly well. You're going to see it here. This one, Tan does incredible to get that, and then Hao Dong does incredible to get that as well. It's almost like they tried to do one better than the other.
4 match point opportunities for Tan Qiang and Zhou Dong. From 8-12 down.
60.
My goodness me, what a turnaround. One match point is squandered.
70, 20.
Second time of asking. And the Chinese pair of Tan Qiang and Zhou Dong have broken the hearts of the home fans who see their former world champions Takuro Hoki and Yugo Kobayashi go out at the quarterfinal stage here at the Kumamoto Masters. Well, they thoroughly deserved the victory, coming from behind in the deciding game.
21, 15, 17, 21, 21, 17.
Umpire confirming that scoreline. An hour and 7 minutes in total. This is the final rally. And I think we can safely say the Chinese pair were happy with that. First ever semi-final for this Chinese pair as a pair. Quarter-finalists in Saarbrücken. At least one better here in Kumamoto. Confirmation of that scoreline, 21-15, 17-21, 21-17 in the deciding game in a match lasting an hour and 7 minutes. So that's the last of our quarterfinals for today. Remember the semi-finals tomorrow, another 8 matches for you. It'll all start the same time as today. That's 10 a.m. local time, 0100 GMT. So from all of us here until the semi-finals, and especially from Kristen Langridge and myself, Jill Clark, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.